power and the right to make it standing orders.
Okay.
So far, if you look at what has happened, the suspension ab initio is unconstitutional. It's not just unconstitutional. The reality is even the standing order only provides for a maximum of 14 days.
Okay. All right, thank you.
So there's no justification whatsoever for a resumption to be denied.
Talking about law in a lawless country seems to be like a joke. I mean, I remember back under Boko Haram, we used to ask that, why are you studying law in a lawless place when your court has been so compromised that they are just an extended branch of the executive? Like, what is that thing that is motivating you to want to be a lawyer in a lawless place? But they say, well, it is still a necessity. People still need a lawyer like they need doctors. Okay. Good luck with that. So there's a report that as the students in Nigeria resumed this week, because of the state of the economy of the country, many children won't be resuming schools as their parents won't be able to afford it. I don't know if the student loan covers secondary. No, it doesn't. I wanted to say if the student loan covers primary and secondary, but they will likely tell you that primary school and secondary school education is free. It is not. And the report is that over 17% of the school-age children who were supposed to return back to school won't be returning because of this, while the enrollment of children into schools, as it is probably expected to rise, has also dwindled enough that more and more children will be out of school in the coming years. So the future is bleak. So Isaac Fayoshe expressed his own disappointment on it. Listen.
Schools resumed on Monday. Another over 17% children have dropped out of school due to lack of fund, due to their parent doesn't have transport to take them to school, due to no uniform money, due to no feeding allowance. Things have gone really bad. To hit mama put now, you'll be looking at 4,000 naira. Nigeria is gradually turning to a company, obvious company owned by few people, that they do whatever they like. Look at National Assembly, an elected senator blocking another elected senator from coming into the chamber. Look at my state. My governor, without no road, put about 500 Ekiti on the road with buses to come and be clapping for him in Abuja without development. Picking up another 50 million form to continue on nonsense and underdeveloped. The country is getting really bad. Message from the president, no visit from the presidency. The picture we are seeing is presidency and president enjoying dinner in Paris. The sea finish is getting out of hand. People are poor. Police are on the streets trying to get whatever they can get because their salary is so poor. Their welfare is so poor. The judiciary have been so vulnerable. Now they are building them houses, building them things that they can ordinarily do because they are supposed to be independent. So you can see what is coming out from the temple of justice. Conflicting judgments. Sons turning to yahoo. What a nation. Shame not like this we go the day. This is getting too much. Government do something for the people. This is getting out of hand. This is not nice anymore. Opposition cannot flourish again. You block them. When they are having meeting, they beat them. They went to confirm them at INEC yesterday. Today, there is another court process. Nigeria, why? Schools.
We all know why. Pablo, Escobar, Ebola, T-Pain is your president. You would all have to either live in the world that he is about to foist on you. At least Bokuwari did it. And he escaped. So what stopped Kalu from attempting same? So the whole thing still lies in your hands. It is wherever you take or accept that becomes the norm. And now it has become the norm. Everybody is feeling the brunt. So the longer you keep it, the longer you accept it, the longer it will last. And the longer you are likely going to build a bit of an immune system against it. Like they say, when you push Nigerians into the war, when you push Nigeria to the war, right? Don't expect them to turn back because they have nowhere else to turn to. Rather, the smart Nigerians, they will dig a hole in the wall and enter the hole because somehow that should protect them from that bashing. And with that, they can remain silent, they can remain quiet if it's not touching them, if it won't touch them, no matter how inconvenient their silence is. For them, they'll prefer it to confrontation with their oppressors. And most times, they want somebody else to do it. You know, why don't you come back home and do it? Why can't you come back and lead it? It's like, but it's not going to be original. I'm not the one living in, in an unsafe place that I have to possibly get some amulets to tie around for safety, for protection, a fairy, and all of that stuff. No, I'm not. I'm not the one who probably would need, extra prayers and possibly a lot of money to access healthcare. So I wouldn't passionately be protesting like you that lacks all of that. I'm not the one who has to pay for darkness, okay? And at the same time, watch the criminals, fritter away the resources of the land. No, I'm not the one. So it won't make any sense if you are living in that kind of like hell. And you probably feel like, no, it's not that bad, which is up to you. Now, imagine if you are really tired and you want something different, the passion, the energy that you're going to put into it, the originality, that is what is still lacking. Okay. But if you're waiting for people to come from abroad to come and lead you to fight for what is right, it's never going to be original. And I think that's the reason why people return back from that same abroad after living there for years to join your politics. And then you would expect them to possibly have learned something. Oh, you've lived abroad for 15 years, for 20 years. Oh, that means you've lived in a society that is normal. There must be something you've learned from there. Okay. They go back to Nigeria and they become even worse than the rogues that they condemn. So there is no point in any of you believing in anybody from abroad to come and lead any fight against your criminal leaders that you praise all the time. It's never going to be original. Just what you should know. Okay? I'm not saying that there are no genuine people who really, really want to. But most of them too won't lead it for you because it will never be original. But there are so many who have so much kind of connected passion enough that you'll be surprised The moment they see you make the move, they will join you. That one is there too. But see, until when the what do you call it? Until when the oppressed says enough, there is no oppressor, no slave master willingly freed his slaves. Once you remember that, and you are not supposed to be a slave in your country, you're not supposed to be slaves in your country. When criminal politicians treat you like a piece of rag, and you have become so intimidated, so coward that you can't fight back. Do you get what I mean now? So nobody is going to come and do it. Now, they will take advantage of you. And there are those who have been taking that advantage, right? The Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers, the Mumu Madus, the Abrodian, Ronukus and others. They are all looking for the loopholes on how to get their own, share. And that is why some of them will tell you that they are loving Nigeria from abroad. So they will go to Nigeria, right? Some get kind of like that lucky that they become, an elected politician, so to say. But guess what? At the back of their mind, they have no love for the place. They don't. Because once whatever they are getting from the system is over, they're not going to get any again. That's when they'll grab their passport and go back to where they come from. We have seen that happen many times. So to those of you who are in Nigeria, genuinely following what is going on, and you do know how it affects you. So you have nobody to look up to but yourselves. Until then, right? Let us continue to deceive ourselves that the contraption would work. I'm not deceiving myself. I use this like a general term to say, well, let's just pretend, right, that you do know what you're doing. Here is a police officer talking about policemen, chasing everybody to get whatever they can get because the system unleashed them on you. The system that recruited them, but at the same time, looting what should have been their own welfare package. The same policemen have nowhere else to turn to, but the same civilians that they are supposed to protect. Dog eat dog. A regular thing. Everyday mental sum in Nigeria. This was Edo today.
Go to beat this guy. Go to beat her. Go to beat her. And if you come there, go move.
If you make a come over motor, you go wrong. Any ID blocker, they have one pass. Unless you see now the phone. No blocker. Fine, I want to carry.
The police.
The police there.
The police there.
Somebody was asking, now who beat him? You see that car whose bumper was like almost off, right? Is it red or brown and yellow bus? There was supposed to be like the commercial bus, was occupied by the police who are doing their usual illegal raid. So they hit the guy's car from behind, and then they tried to escape. So the guy drove his car, chased them down, and that happened. It is regular. You know, you could break your mirror if you fail to give them money, right? They can implicate you if you fail to bribe them. This is the society. It's a sad one. And what they fear most is one day when everybody will just must have had enough. Like, we've had enough. Everything ends today. Like they have been doing in Nepal. You know? They unleashed the police on them. The police shot at them, killed 23 people, injured over 340 people. And today, the government that gave the order had resigned. And the guy who gave the order has run away from the country. So there was fear of the APC, is if that's what happened in 2020 should happen again in Nigeria, there's a chance. Yeah, there's a chance that they won't survive it. Right? There is a chance.
करोडौँको गाडीमा शानदार सवारी बाटो खाली हुनुपर्ने आउँदा तिनको गाडी जनतालाई घन्टो उभाउँछन् तातो घाम गाडी आफै राजा भएका छन् राजतन्त्र पालिकामा जानु त्यो हतार पुलिसले रोकी भन्यो भक भिआइपी नचाउन्जेल यही कुरेर बस किन बस्ने आन्दोलनी बाटो हो तिर्या छ
Yes! 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 कोई पार्टी साडी छैन मोजी अब नभए पार्टी सेना दे सेनाले समर्थन गरिएको छ हेरेर